Hello YouTube, Komodo Gaming here, playing some more Scrap Mechanic. Today is going to be another update on the theme park. Now before we look at this update, I want to thank you guys for all the support. I know yesterday was a little rough with the whole fact I didn't have a multiplayer Monday episode. My footage was corrupt, or whatever happened to it, it froze. And I didn't want to release that video yesterday telling you guys that, but you guys seem to, for the most part, be okay with it, and like I said, I do apologize about that. So today, I made sure I did an extra big update here in the theme park, so we're going to check out some areas, a couple of rides that I've been sent, and I'm going to go over the future plans of the park. Alright, this is the Farmbot area. Now, if you recall last episode, this thing was completely empty. Like, there was nothing in here. So I've spent a lot of time here getting this area started. Now, it's not 100% finished. I've kind of run out of time today, but I hope to have another update on this very soon. But yeah, you can see we've got this street that runs through the area. I kind of changed it from the path to make it look a little bit better. It's not like a full-scale street. It's more like a miniature area, so you'll notice some things are not quite to scale. But this is supposed to be like the Farmbot Apocalypse. This was one of my favorite maps that I've ever done. It's been several months. I actually came back to it about a month ago, but I decided this would be a fitting area for the park. Now, you probably noticed a couple of these things in here, like the gas station's actually from the Farmbot Apocalypse map. I went back in there and I thought it would work perfectly in here. The awning was a little too big, so I had to shorten it, but this area, I believe I'm going to turn it into some sort of restaurant. I've stripped the inside here, and I think I'm going to put probably like a little kitchen back here and some seats. Somebody suggested a Farmbot restaurant, so I'm going to actually take that suggestion and go with it. But you've got that. You've got this huge building in front of us, and this is what I'm really proud of, and I'm going to run through it here in a minute. It is like a Farmbot fun house or haunted house or unfun house or whatever you want to call it. This is where most of my time's been spent, and it's really awesome in there. So we're going to go into there last. I've got a couple rides that I'm going to look at here. Let's go ahead and walk down the street here. These are some of the new parts that Scrap Mechanic has provided us. Pretty awesome. For the most part, I'm a little disappointed by the pillow because I don't really understand the point of it, but these are awesome. Let's see over here. This is actually really cool. This is just a building. Now, this is just a prop. You cannot go inside this building. I actually cut the Farmbot Buster in half and welded it so it made it look like it was busting out of the building. Thought that looked really cool. So there's that. Let's go ahead and go further down the street. There's the end is near fence, kind of like what I had in the original Farmbot map. Get that. You get some fenced off areas here. And here's one of our new rides. Now, this is by Zachary. We're going to take a look at this thing here in a minute because this is absolutely awesome. And over here, here's a ride by Colin. Now, we've covered this ride before. I had it on the other side of the park. I told you guys I wanted to put this in the Farmbot area, and this is kind of where I've put it for the time being. I think I'm actually satisfied where this is. I'm going to put some scenery around it. You can see the other new blocks, these little light blocks. These are okay. I kind of wish they put off a little more light, but I don't know. There's really not many light sources in Scrap Mechanic, so I kind of wish these were just brighter, but got those. And then as soon as you walk up this way, it kind of ends, and it actually swoops around to the food court area. And here's a couple rides. We're going to go over those last. Those are not in their permanent positions. I've got a couple things I want to do with those first. But yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to check out the Farmbot Funhouse. Okay, this is the Farmbot Funhouse, or whatever you want to call it. It kind of looks like a school, but it's got different themes on the inside. It's not just a school theme. You can see the Farmbot looking out the window. It kind of reminds me of the Farmbot factory I had. I had a couple of these creepy Farmbots that would stare out the windows. So yeah, let's go ahead and walk in. Now this is the main area where you'd walk in, and to the left is where everything starts. What you're seeing here is like a ticket booth. Let's open that up, and you've got a little area here. It's almost like a little control area. Actually, that wall's painted wrong, but I'll fix that. Some of these controllers are actually hooked up. I'm still working with some of them. And here's supposed to be like a TV monitor where they can monitor people walking through the area here. So it's a neat area. Let's go ahead and close that off. But anyways, to start this thing, you're going to walk through here and you're going to hit a sensor on the floor. So that opens up. And here we go. Kind of in our first area here, you see the help wrote on the wall. Gives off a little creepy vibe. You got this Farmbot here. Now, my Farmbots look a little different than the game's Farmbots. I use a mix. The game's Farmbots are like really big and have like 4 or 6 legs. This one's a little more like a human. So you've got that. You're gonna swing around here, and we're gonna instantly trip a sensor. And there's a Farmbot. It kind of just moves, peeks around the corner. I'm trying to make this thing move fast, but that's about as fast as it's gonna move. I've got it on a controller, and I kind of wish it was a little bit louder, but it's pretty neat. It's creepy looking. Then instantly we're gonna walk into this like factory or area or whatever you want to call it, maybe a lab. You can see the doors kind of collapse down, so we'll walk through here. See all the detail and damage on the wall. Yeah, some of these areas have been changed a little bit color because I was working on the second floor earlier, so you'll notice some color, like weird colored areas. I'll go back and fix some of these. Like I said, this is not 100% done yet. But anyways, you walk over here, and it looks like we've got to go into a door here. So we're gonna walk forward, and oh, it's a little trap door here. This area collapses. I've got a sensor that hits it when you walk by and knocks you down. So it looks like we have to kind of go through here. So let's edge our way through here. Got to be careful, and we come to a grate here. So what we need to do with the grate, we're actually going to need to hit this. So let's go ahead and knock this forward. There we go. Oh, there's another Farmbot. See, that one moves a little faster. Even though it's the same type of controller setup, so I'm not really understanding that, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm kind of curious what other sounds are going to make those Totebot heads sound off, because there could be some really creepy stuff, but that's probably one of the creepier things I've found. But yeah, that's neat, and it kind of looks like now there's another miscolored area, but it kind of looks like now you're in like an alleyway. So we're going to edge our way up here, and we've got a doorway to go into here, so let's go ahead and hit that. Alright, we're going to swing through here. You can see this area is kind of destroyed, and it kind of looks like we're returning to the school here. So we're going to edge out in this area. You can look up and see the roof's destroyed, and it looks like we've got to walk here. And this is probably my favorite part. So you walk through here and trip that sensor. That is awesome. If you notice, this is actually the Farmbot from the school in the town. This closely resembles the Farmbots in the game, or at least what they're going to look like. Everything's set on like a little timer. Now, I really wanted the wall to fall forward, but it would look, well, actually, it would make it where you couldn't walk through. So it kind of like he just pulled the wall down and comes over. So let's go ahead and hit that again. There we go. But yeah, this is all controller based, so it's moving as fast as possible. There's a little delay on the Farmbot because if I make him go down at the same time, he hits the wall, and he makes it where the wall won't move back all the way. Now, I could make the wall shorter and time it closer, but the problem with that is you can see him from walking out this way. If the wall's shorter, you can see the top of him, so you know something's coming. So I've got that. The sensor's hid behind the box here, so you really don't see it coming out. But yeah, you've got that. You're going to walk around, and we've got another little hallway here, but that was like the main big scare, and then you just kind of walk through the rest of it. This is actually the exit here. It's kind of small, but it's still a work in progress. There's a couple other things that I want to do in there, and if you guys have any suggestions for that, let me know below, because I've got a bunch of ideas in my head, but I'm pretty sure you guys have some pretty awesome ones too. So go ahead and comment below and let me know what else you want to see on that. Alright, walking back through this area, we've got the restaurant back there. This area is actually hollow on the inside, so I maybe could put another thing in here. I'm not really sure what. I thought about a gift shop, but we already have one in the main part of the park, and it's already got like Totebot heads and all that in there, so not really sure I'm going to do anything with it. Maybe it could be a bathroom or something. But yeah, here's a ride that's been sent to us by Zachary, and I've been in contact with him a little bit. He's actually working on another ride, and he is pretty awesome at making these rides. I'm going to go ahead and show you the spider web here. A lot of logic gates. I actually had to go down there and reset some things as soon as I welded it down. This ride's absolutely massive, and it's actually based on a real ride. I think it's called the 6 Degrees of Terror, and this is also on the workshop. If you'd like to download it, I'll link it in the description. But yeah, the ride operator would go over here. And I think I'm gonna do this right. Let's go ahead and hit the actually the 2 key, I believe. 2 key is gonna lift the ramp up. And you can see they all go up that way. And the riders would load up here. This bar actually moves, so they would load up and be ready to go. I love the way this thing looks. It's a really detailed looking, but once this thing gets going, it's actually pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and go down here. Okay, say you have your riders all ready to go. There's your little bar. And I think he even makes it where these things kind of have like a, almost like where they won't go without the bar being down. So there goes the bar. We're gonna lower the ramp and we should be ready to go here. So we're gonna hit 3. And let me go ahead and jump off and where you can see this thing. Actually, I'm stuck here. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Maybe first person. There we go. Yeah, you can see this thing. It's absolutely nutty. I don't think I'd ride this. This looks a little too violent and a little too much spinning for me. But it's really awesome. I love the different rotations. Now you can see the game is barely holding on here. You can see the bearings are moving around on the side. The one on the top's moving around. Those are some really heavy pipe pieces, so for it to be doing what it's doing is actually really cool. But yeah, that is an awesome ride. I love the way that looks. And like I said, this is based off a real ride. I think he said there was one in Sweden. I think it was a bunch of foreign countries. It wasn't anything in the US, I don't believe. And I think they're building a 3rd or 4th one right now. But yeah, that's really awesome. I think he's making another ride, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to use that for the park too. But yeah, definitely thanks to him. Now, he doesn't have a channel, but he does have this stuff on the workshop, so I will link that below. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We've already checked that ride out, and I think it was a couple episodes ago, and it just spins around. It's really neat. That was made by Colin. Now, there's some area I have to work with here. I can definitely tear this fence down and put something back here. I think ride-wise, I'm pretty happy with 2 rides in this area, but there's some more scenery stuff that I could do in here. I've got some open areas. Like I said, we're going to do the restaurant. I've got the area to the right of this building. I want to keep the end is near fence right there. And then to the left of this ride, we've got another little area that we can work with. So this is not done, but I feel like this is a major progress update because this area took a long time. Like I said, this was completely blank. I've been working on this for, I would say, two days now. But yeah, really awesome. And like I said, you can just go right back out here and you're back in the main park area. Now, if we do a roller coaster, it's going to be back here. That's going to be like the back of the park because it's still running good, but it's not running as good as it used to. And obviously, it's because of all the bearings. I mean, this park is really crazy and there's a lot more rides than I thought there was going to be in it. So we're definitely making so much progress on this and you guys have been awesome about sending me stuff. Now, there is stuff that I haven't checked out yet. I'm going to be checking out the rest of the stuff. I've got more games, more stalls, more rides to check out, but it's just kind of a process of me finding a place to put them. But anyways, we're going to go check out a couple more rides real quick, and then we're going to wrap this up. Okay, I've got 2 rides here. Now, these are not in the place they're going to stay. I think I'm actually going to put these on the left side of the park, where there's a bunch of random rides and the swinging ship from the last theme park episode. But this is by Ethan, and he's sent us a carousel, and this looks pretty cool. There's a let me get the thing here. You can see there's a lot going on down there. I think there's a lot of logic gates. It's like an automated ride, but looks like you can set in here. He's got these little safety bars that come down. It's kind of like a carousel and like a swing ride. Let's go ahead and activate it here. There we go. You can see the bars actually move out of the way. That way the ride doesn't hit it. And it's going to pick up speed here and lift up. And look at that. That is absolutely awesome. Like, there's a lot more than meets the eye with this ride. And you can see it's going to pick up speed. And you can see it actually twisting now. It's like one of those big swings. And those are really cool. Let's see. Let me go and open that back up. Actually, I want to jump into this. There we go. That is really cool how it swings in and out. Now, this goes fairly fast. I don't know if you can make it go any faster in this. I don't know really what's controlling it. I'm assuming it's on some controllers, but I really like this. So I'm really glad he sent this to me, and I'm definitely going to be using it in the park, and you can see it actually is going to lower itself here. But yeah, I'm going to use this in the park. I'm just not really sure where. I'm thinking to the left side, but that could change. I actually kind of have room right here for a ride, and then I definitely have room on that side, and then of course back here, if I do a roller coaster, it's going to be back here. But anyways, definitely thanks to him for sending that to me. That's really cool. And this ride is called the Zipper. This was sent to us by Dusty. Now, if you recall, Dusty has sent us a couple things in the park. He sent us this duck toss game. He sent us, I believe, this duck racing game and the hammer game. He's been really awesome, and this is the first ride that he's provided for the park. So let's go ahead and go down here. I think everything of his is also available on the workshop. I believe everything that I've shown so far is available on the workshop, except, of course, my Farmbot area. Now, the fun thing about that, I believe once I'm through with it, I can actually cut it off because it's all elevated, and I could probably save it onto a lift and make it available for you guys. But yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. This is really cool. I've seen these rides before, and a lot of times you see these at carnivals. I don't think I've ever really seen these at any amusement parks that I've been to, but I've seen them at those little smaller carnivals. But yeah, here's how this works. You're gonna hit the 1 key, and that's gonna, I guess that's clearance and closing the entrance and exit down. So you've got that. This 2 key will make it where you can get these, this is kind of like a carousel, so you make it where you can get these carts close. And then you've got a 3 key that opens the carts. I thought that was kind of funny when I was moving it around. Like, it looks awesome in motion. Let me go ahead and show you the view here. But the thing, when you hit it, it opens all the carts. I just picture people holding on. I'm assuming everybody's strapped down there, but that's how you load people up. But yeah, that's a really cool looking ride. Looks like we're on a electric motor. Quite a few bearings. I'm surprised this is not letting off a lot of lag. That's really surprised me about this whole thing. Yes, of course, I'm only running at about 60 FPS, and that's really good for me. I'm pretty sure other people aren't going to run as good. The amount of bearings and logic gates, I'm surprised how everything's working so good. And man, just look at that. I love how it lights up with the logic gates. That's really cool. So yeah, I'm definitely going to use this ride. I'm not sure where. It's probably going to go close to this carousel ride, so let's go ahead and turn this off real quick. Oh, wrong one. Oh, you know, I didn't realize there was actually 2 seats in there. That's awesome. But yeah, we'll set that up somewhere else. We've got plenty of room. I know another thing that I want to do, I want to make like a go-kart track. That way we have one area where people can go race. But other than that, we are making so much progress right now. This is absolutely crazy. But yeah, kind of walk through the park here. But that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. Like I said, I apologize about yesterday. That was horrible for me. I felt bad. Like, I always feel bad when I don't get something out. But yeah, I think I'm going to play some more Scrap Mechanic this week. I believe we're actually going to do another theme park update. There's a lot more stuff I need to go through, and I want to finish that Farmbot area, so if you have any suggestions, send them below. I'm also still taking viewer creations. If you have anything you want to send me, it doesn't even have to necessarily be about the park, any maps, anything. I'm going to flash my email up on screen so you can see that. And I think I'm going to actually go back to the space theme at some point. I want to wait until all the mods are updated. A lot of times when Scrap Mechanic updates and adds parts, it kind of breaks the mods. So I want to make sure all those are up to date before I go in there and do that again. But yeah, we'll probably also play some more Unturned this week, maybe some new games. If you have any suggestions for games, comment below. And I believe I'm going to make most days this week. Now, I might miss 1 or 2 more days than normal this week. I am doing some family things later in the week, so it might be a little rocky. I'll let you guys know. If you don't follow me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me there. That's where most of the times I'll post news there first if I can't get it in a video. But anyways, guys, if you like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you.